Boss Fight Gaming. Get ready. Fight!
Hi guys, welcome to another Boss Fight Gaming tutorial. We're playing Beast Quest today. Just right at the beginning of the game, we need to select a specific thing. So go to New Game and then click on the difficulty Beastmaster. This is important because you will need to do this to get the achievement. If you don't, you will miss out on one of the main achievements in the game. Anyway, so yeah, today we're playing Beast Quest. There is multiple achievements to get through, and we're going to do it over a series of different videos. So hopefully you get all these achievements with ease. Now this game is quite a big game. It took me a lot longer than I expected to do it, but I made maps and stuff so that when I come to help you guys, we can get it done as quickly as possible. So straight off the bat, you will be thrown into the world with a video and a few other videos. I would pause the game, this video should I say, until you're caught up with me in the game. And when you're in the real world, you can skip the videos by holding one of the buttons, but it's completely up to you if you want to watch them. If you do, just pause my video until you've caught up, and then obviously play the video. What I would recommend doing, guys, is keeping the video a little bit ahead of yourselves, maybe by a minute. That way, if you need to watch any videos or something happens on your end, you're not going to miss anything. So keep the video about a minute ahead of yourselves, and then that way you shouldn't miss anything. Anyway, so right at the beginning, just work your way up through the tutorial area. It's like a funnel. You can't really go wrong. Just keep heading forward, and you will eventually get to a part where you have to do some fighting tutorial. As you can see, I missed the jump there, but there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get through this part with relative ease. You can run, by the way, by pressing the right trigger, so that will speed up things for you right at the beginning there. So to run, just press right trigger and that will speed you up. Anyway, eventually you'll make it to the wizard guy up on the hill, and you will do a bit of a tutorial. You'll have to do some fighting. I'll try and explain best how this works. I mean, it does show you on the screen, but I don't think it's that clear. So obviously I am gonna, in fact I won't tell you here, I'll actually tell you within proper fights. So I'm just gonna speed up this tutorial here so you can do that yourselves, and then when we get to the fighting itself in the actual game, I'll show you a little bit more in detail about what the best things you can do to sort of get things going as smoothly as possible. So anyway, once you've done the tutorial, you can either watch the video or not. Again, pause this video if you are watching those videos there, just so you don't lose or miss out on any information that I'm sharing. After the tutorial, we're just going to head up towards this path here. I'm just going to follow this path around, and we're going to do our first mission, our first quest, which is this guy over here who has a yellow marker above his head. So if you click on him, he'll ask you to pick up his crops, which are right next to him. It must be pretty lazy. So come and collect these crops here. Don't forget you need to collect 8. It's displayed at the top of your screen of how many there are that you need to collect. Once you've collected them all, just cash them in with this guy over here. He will give you 10 XP or 10 sort of skill points, which you can use to spend on your skills. Once you've done that, head up the hill to the right there, collect this bronze key, sorry, and then open the bronze chest, which is right next to it. Once we've done that, we're going to head down towards the village. So just go back past the guy we got the quest from, head down into the village and make your way to the campfire, which is just here on the right hand side. That is now your spawn point, and the game is saved, so make sure you head there first. So once we've sort of gone over to the fire and got the spawn point, we're going to go around and collect our quests. Now the people that have quests, you can see them on your mini-map. They have like a yellow orb, like a yellow pulsing orb on the mini-map, so you know exactly who has quests and who doesn't. The white dots are just people that don't have quests. The pulsating yellow orbs, I think they're yellow anyway, they look yellow to me. So yeah, you just need to go around and click on all the people with those yellow orbs and accept their quests. You can read what they have to say, however you don't really need to. Skim through that if you don't want to. Again, pause the video if you do want to read all that dialogue, otherwise you might get left behind a little bit. Anyway, so we've accepted those 4 quests so far, and we're going to make our way back around here and up this little ramp because there's one final quest giver, but we're just going to actually head up to the left first. We're going to collect these 2 keys since we've noticed them on our mini-map. So collect the 2 keys. You can open this chest here if you have the key that we just picked up. So pick up the bronze key, then open the bronze chest, then pick up the iron key, which is just behind that little ledge there. come around here and we're going to accept the final quest in this area. So just talk to Hawk, he has the final quest for you, accept it, and then we have all 5 quests accepted in this area now. So once we've done that, we're going to head down to the town square and we're going to accept our quests. We can do this by pressing this pause menu and going to quests, and we're going to select the cookie one, which is fetch the stolen cookies. Now pause my video if you need time to read that a bit better. But once we've done that, we're going to head down to the south and we're going to click on this first boy who's in the blue, and he has our first cookie. Next we need to head around here to the left, and I speak to this guy because I thought it was him, but it's not. Just head up these steps here to the left and follow it around. We do need to speak to that guy soon, but not now. Follow it around and speak to this kid in the green. He will have our next cookie, so that's cookie 2 of 5. Follow it back around towards the guy I spoke to by accident, and come around here. I did go left here, but you don't need to go this way. You need to actually go right and up. So this guy here with the blonde hair, speak to this kid, and he's going to have our 3rd of 5 cookies. So speak to him. Then we're going to head back towards where we got the mission from eventually, to begin with, just up here. Speak to this kid in the orange top, or brown top, whatever colour you want to call it. And then this is where I got a little bit confused and tried to remember where the last guy is. But if you actually head back towards the guy that I spoke to by accident, so head down here towards the guy I spoke to by accident. And we're going to follow it around to I thought it was it. I didn't know why I spoke to him twice, but follow it around this way. And then go past this chest here and up this little hill. And the 5th and final cookie boy is here. So yeah, speak to this kid. 5 of 5 for the stolen cookies. Now we need to head back to the lady that gave us the mission to begin with. Again, it's the woman over here with the blue dress and blonde hair right here. On your minimap now, she will actually be indicated by a green marker, which shows that that's where you can end a quest and that you've finished. So if you have ever collected all the things that you need to do to get a mission completed, then just look on your minimap for green orbs instead of yellow, and again that will show you that that mission is complete and you can hand it in. Anyway, so we're going to head up out of town to the north, and just as we leave town we're into a little clearing. If you head over to the hill on your right hand side, the little hill, there are some flowers, some red flowers that we need to collect. This is part of our mission. So just after we collected them flowers, we're going to make our way around here to the left, pick up our next chest. If you can't open this chest because you don't have a key, don't worry about it, okay? There's no crazy achievements for collecting chests. There is achievements for collecting chests, but there's that many in the game, you'll get this achievement eventually anyway. We're going to speak to this guy. I don't think it's important. He doesn't have an achievement, but there was some red flowers there just to his left, so please pick up those red flowers. If you didn't see me do that, please just rewind the video slightly because I did it quite quickly. Once you've done that, we're going to head over here to the middle of the area and we're going to fight these wolves. Okay guys, so when it comes to fighting, because we are playing on the hardest difficulty, we need to do some things to make sure that we don't continuously die. Now, we can pretty much block every single attack in the game apart from a few which are highlighted by the enemy with a red glare. The wolves don't do it and a few other enemies don't do it, so you can pretty much defend against every single of their attack just by holding the B button. So because we're playing on hard, what I would recommend is when we're coming up against creatures like this, every time we see them about to attack, just hold B until they finish their attack. Okay, keep in mind guys that if there's more than one enemy, so usually you can have up to 3 or 4, if there's more than one enemy, you can get attacked by 2 at once. Just keep a hold of that block button and it should actually protect you against both of the enemies. Once you've done that anyway, that fight, come and pick those flowers up, which was right next to those wolves. And then come over here next to this treasure chest, and there's also another group of flowers. We're going to head over to these bandits over here, and we're going to take on these bandits. Now, you can get your perfect dodge achievements from bandits. They're the easiest ones to get them from. And you can see me doing it here. However, I wouldn't actually recommend it. So I'm actually going to speed up this fight. I nearly die here. I would only recommend trying to get your dodge achievement from individual bandits, not 3 or more at once. You can see I nearly died in this fight because I was trying to be clever. But I would only recommend trying to get your perfect dodge achievement by, as I said, fighting one bandit at a time. So I'm just going to speed through this battle so you don't have to watch it again. You can pause the video until you catch up. When you're in battles guys, don't worry too much about dying. You don't lose anything. All that will happen is it will spawn you back at the last sort of campfire. So if you do see a campfire, it is worth obviously going over to that before you get into a fight, if you can do that. But anyway, just finish this fight, and once we've done that, we are then going to come over and collect these flowers here. Each fight, by the way, gives you plenty of potions usually, so you should be absolutely fine, even on hard, to survive as long as possible. But just keep heading up here, and you'll come to the next campfire. If you die again, what will happen is you'll just spawn at this campfire. So we're going to just head north from there, and we're going to head around to this guy, and then we're going to start working on our dodge achievement. Okay, so the best way to do this is, you can think of an enemy being able to move in 3 positions and attack you. The first one is directly forward, the second one is to your right, and the third is to your left. So as you can see there, twice he attacked me from the right. So all I need to do is, as he's about to attack me from the right, just press right on my analog stick and I will actually perform a dodge. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a moment, because we still need to get some more stuff. I'll explain more about dodging in a moment. But anyway, once we've made sure that we got that campfire, we're then going to go down and spawn back at the original campfire. This will take us back to the town. So let that take you back to town by going to your map, which is in your pause menu, and going back to town. But again, make sure that you activate that second campfire by walking to it first of all. Once you spawn back at town, we're then going to go back to our map and spawn back at the second fire, which will then respawn some, not always, but usually spawn some of the enemies. If you come to your skills menu, we are actually going to buy our first skill, which is the shield, broken shield on the right, and then we're actually going to upgrade our shield on the left. If you don't have enough points for this, don't worry, you get points from battling and doing quest. But we are going to concentrate on upgrading our shield and our attack first of all. But anyway, we're going to come back and we're going to kill these guys. Again, I was trying to be clever and get my dodge attacks here. Please don't try and get your dodges on the 3 guys, only do it on single guys. But the main purpose of fighting these bandits again, guys, is to actually get some of the swords, which will count towards our cookie quest, sword cookie quest. So come and fight these bandits again. I am going to speed through this fight, so if you want to pause my video until you've caught up and finished the fight yourself, that is absolutely fine. But basically, we're just going to keep fighting bandits in this area until we have 5 swords, which are part of our quest, and we do need to take them back to town once we've got them. So I do actually get my 5th sword from these guys here. If for any reason you haven't got 5 yet, all you need to do is head up the path directly north of where we are, and there's some more bandits, or just teleport back to the town and back again, and then come and fight the bandits again until you do have 5 swords, guys, okay? Once we have all 5 swords, we're going to head to town. We can fast travel there using the map, and we're going to go and speak to the lady in the blue dress again with the blonde hair. So come over here with your sword and speak to Bala. Once we spoke to Bala, that will start a new quest, and we also need to finish another quest. Just down here, we need to speak to this lady in the red dress. We will give her our 5 red flowers. If for any reason you don't have your 5 red flowers yet, they are up by the bandits. All 5 can be found in that area. After we've spoken to her and finished that quest, come over to this guy on the left, this bald guy, and give him the first cookie. Then head up these steps to your right and give these 2 guys here. So this lady here, give a cookie to, and this guy in the green. I told you we needed to speak to him again. Head over to the north and speak to this lady in the blue dress. And then a bit further up past our quest starting person, there's also this person here. Hand over the cookie. That's all 5. Speak to Bala again, and we will get the achievement for completing the cookie quest missions, which is the Taste Like Swords achievement, which is a bit random, but yeah, that is that achievement there, guys. Okay, guys, so once we've completed that quest, we are going to start heading up further into the map now. So just head back up to the north past this guy here. If you didn't get all the 5 red flowers, again, they can all be found in this area that we're just in here. You can select the quest from the quest menu and press your select button or the 2 squares button on your controller. I call it select because I'm really old and that's what it used to be called. But anyway, If you select that quest in the quest menu and then press select on your controller, you will actually get lines of sort of sparkling gold, which will actually lead you to each quest part or each quest collectible. Anyway, so once we have selected the new quest, which is collect 6 shiny stones, we're going to head north and we're going to head up past the second campfire. You can fight the bandits there if you want, or any enemies there to get a bit of XP. That's absolutely up to you. You may want to pause the video if you decide to do that. But anyway, we're going to head up to this first bandit just past the fire, and we're going to practice our dodge. So as I previously mentioned, there's 3 things to consider. The bandit can move in 3 different ways. He can move over to your left, which means you need to press left on your stick to dodge him at the right time. He can move to your right, which will mean you need to press right on your stick at the correct time to dodge him then. Or he can attack you directly straight forward, where you're allowed then to press left or right. But keep it in mind, if he comes to your left, you will need to press left, right, center, either one. Okay. We are going to buy our second upgrade here, which is the sword, and then we're going to upgrade our small attack. Okay, so we are going to actually concentrate on these 2 sort of skills to begin with, which is the sword and the shield, our attack and defense capabilities. So unlock those. If you don't have enough XP to unlock those, as you saw on my screen there, go fight some bandits, go and fight some wolves in that first area just until you've got enough, and upgrade those. You only need to upgrade to what you saw on my screen. Don't try and upgrade them fully, it will take you a lot longer. Once you've done that, anyway, we're going to head away from that area and we're going to follow the path to the north. And we're going to follow it around, and it starts to head back south again, and then there is a guy on the bridge here. Now this guy only attacks you straight forward or from the right, so keep that in mind. He never attacks you from the left, so when he moves forward you only really need to dodge to the right, either whether he's attacking you from the right or forward. You don't need to dodge to the left there. Anyway, that's just something to consider. There's a key just here on the left, do collect that. Again, keep an eye on your radar, there's always keys showing up on there. You can dodge arrows, but I would recommend just killing these guys, because dodging and attacking an arrow guy is just more hassle than it's worth. Kill this guy and just keep heading south. Head across this little bridge here and there's a chest. If you do have a key, open the chest. If you don't, again, do not worry about it. We're going to jump down the side of the bridge here and collect the gold key from underneath. So collect that gold key from underneath the bridge and then continue to head south, where we come up against another bandit. We can dodge this guy, so get ready for his attacks. When he does his cross swords in the middle there, that means he's going to attack straight on. If he steps to the right, he's going to attack from the right. And if he steps to the left, he will attack from the left. You will know if you've got your dodge correct. By the way, I should probably have mentioned this before. You have to actually attack back when you miss the dodge, or when you do the dodge, should I say. That's the only way it will count towards your achievement. You can't just dodge, it has to be a dodge and an attack. You'll know if you got it right because your character will slow down and then you will attack. You won't be able to attack if you didn't get the dodge correct, you will just dodge. Okay, hopefully that's clear enough. Anyway, keep heading south and you will come against another bandit. Once we get to this next bandit, we're going to do the same all over again. So again, this guy is the guy with 2 swords. You can attack from 3 angles. He stepped to the left, so we're going to press left at the correct time and then attack. I missed. I did it too soon. That's why I couldn't attack, and meaning I didn't actually get the point towards the achievement. Remember, guys, try and keep your health at about halfway. So there you go. As you saw there, when I dodged correctly, it slowed down time and I could attack. If I don't do it the correct time, again, I cannot attack. So he steps to my left. I dodged to the left and then hit attack, which was that counted towards my achievement. There's also one thing that you need to keep in mind, guys. You can only get 3 of these bonuses per fight. So if you do manage to do 3 dodge attacks straight away, you don't need to hang around and keep doing them until you kill him. As soon as you've done 3, just completely kill the guy as quickly as you can. Once we've done that fight, we're going to head south around this corner and we're going to find our first companion, and this is an achievement. So head around that corner and we're going to get into a little bit of a fight here. But we can now call on our companion to get our achievement, which is to press our left and right trigger at the same time, and she will then help us by doing like a great attack with this arrow, which does a lot of damage to multiple enemies, which is also an achievement, but we will go into that a bit later on. So you can skip these videos. If you want to watch them, please pause my video until you've caught up. So there you got achievement unlocked. Once we have unlocked that achievement, we're actually going to head further into the woodland area, which is to the left there. You saw me cut the video there because I started heading to the right where I shouldn't have. I needed to head to the left. Head left and walk over to the third campfire, which is just inside the woods. You do get a little bit of a cutscene here. Again, I'm going to skip it, so if you want to watch that, please pause my video until you've caught up. Again, you've now unlocked the third campfire, which is again a spawn point or a fast travel point. There's a chest on the left there. Please open it if you have a key, and there's also a chest to the right. Please open that if you have a key. If you don't have keys for these, don't worry. As I mentioned, there's so many chests in this game, you'll be getting your achievements for those, so don't worry about that at all. So when we've actually unlocked our third campfire and we're in the woods, we're actually going to fast travel back to the second campfire. So please open up your menu and fast travel to the second campfire there. Please do keep in mind, guys, I am going to be trimming the video of cutscenes and stuff, and also loading screens, so you may need to pause the video from time to time just to catch up. Once we're back in the area number 2, the sort of grassy fields area, whatever it's called, we're going to actually head back up to the first bandit, which is just north of us, to work on our achievement for dodging, which is the battle waltz achievement, and this is to get 50 perfect dodge bonuses in combat. Keep it in mind, you can only get 3 per enemy, so once you've actually dodged a enemy 3 times, just kill him the rest of the way. So we're going to kill that guy, the first bandit, then we're just going to head north here. Now, I know we're going over the same ground, guys. We've done this before, but we do need to do it a few times. Just this game is a little bit repetitive in places as we try to get our achievements. You can probably get them throughout the game by mastering the dodge and stuff, but it is a lot easier just to get out of the way at the beginning here in this area, because the bandits are the easiest people to dodge. So this guy, again, he only attacks from the front or from the right, so you don't really need to be dodging to the left at all. Just use the right dodge, and then that way you can't really
just get this
wrong.
guy out of the way. Just a reminder, guys, I am going to be speeding up parts of the video in places and also cutting out fight scenes and stuff. This is just for your sanity and my sanity, just so that you don't have to watch me do it over and over again and then go and do it yourself over and over again. Obviously, as soon as you learn how to fight, you don't really need to watch me fighting. Any important fight scenes I will leave in the game and explain why I've left them in there, and sort of explain sort of the tricks of the trade. So if I do leave a fight scene in at normal speed, that is probably the reason. Anyway, so just go through there, dodge all the bandits as you can. When you get to this fire, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our map. Once we're on our map, we're going to go to the second fire, and we're going to do that all over again, and we're just going to keep repeating this process until we get our dodge achievement. So these bandits, practice your dodge left, right and center, and just keep doing it over and over again. The same area, just keep going between the 2 fires, spawning back at the second fire, going to the third fire, spawning back at the second fire, going to the third fire, just so you sort of get it. And basically just keep doing it over and over again, and eventually you will get the dodge achievement. One thing to keep in mind here, guys, is to get all the enemies to respawn, all the bandits to respawn in this area, you do have to actually go into the woodland area and go over to the fire. If you don't go into the woodland area and just get to the end of this area and respawn at the second fire, only some of the enemies may respawn, and that's a maybe. Where if you actually go into the woods, go over to the fire and then respawn at the second fire, then that will definitely, or 9 times out of 10, respawn all the enemies. I'd say always, but I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's always done it for me. So yeah, as I mentioned, straight over to the third fire, which is this one just inside the woodland area. Go over to your map, go to the fire 2, and then do the same process over and over again, and eventually, maybe a 3rd or 4th time of doing this sort of run through, as long as you've been doing the dodges properly, you will get the battle waltz achievement. And it's pretty straightforward. It's a little bit frustrating, but I promise you, these are the easiest guys to get it on. If you don't really like doing it on these, spiders are probably the second easiest thing. I wouldn't recommend doing it on wolves or birds. Wolves are a little bit unpredictable on how they're going to attack, and birds, they fly out the top of your screen, so they're very difficult to spot. Anyway, so once you've got that achievement, teleport back to the woodland area, and then make your way up to the north. Get that key under the log there. Come over and open this chest if you have a key. If you don't have a key to open a chest, don't worry about chests at all throughout this game, guys. There was plenty of keys around to be able to get the achievements for the chest without really having to worry about it. Each of these puzzles that we come up to, I am going to speed up time. You can follow along pretty easily, but they are super easy puzzles. You probably don't need my help for them. But if you do, just watch the video. It is a little bit sped up, but it should be enough for you to see what's going on. Once we get to the top of that puzzle, collect that key, come over and open the chest, then come over to these bandits over here. Again, each fight scene I am going to speed up just so you don't have to watch me do it in normal time and then have to do it yourself. Keeping in mind, guys, fighting on this game, we are playing on hard, so don't forget to rely on your shield a lot, holding B, and every time your health gets to around halfway, use a potion if you have one, and don't be concerned too much about dying because you will just spawn at the previous fire. I would recommend, if you see a fire upcoming, so if there's a fire just ahead of you and there's enemies around, I would always recommend going over to the fire first, because that is your spawn point and you will spawn there if you die. Anyway, kill those bandits. Open a couple of chests there if you want. You don't have to. Again, there's plenty throughout the game that we're going to be opening to get our achievements. Grab every key you can see on the radar. You will notice that some areas you cannot get to. So if you are trying to get a key that's on your mini-map, but you can't quite figure out how to get there, don't worry about it. There's plenty of keys, as I mentioned. Plenty of chests. Nothing to worry about at all. So kill that spider. Collect any keys and chests that you're able to. Again, not to worry too much about them. So a little bit of info about the chests, actually, I might as well tell you. Bronze chests, you do need to open 10 of them to get an achievement. Silver, I call them silver, but they're actually iron. Iron chests, exactly the same. There's 10 that you need to open to get your achievement. And the same with gold. Only 10 of each you would need to open to get your achievements. Now, the bronze and the iron chests only have money inside. I'm pretty sure that's correct anyway. I don't ever remember seeing any items in them. So you either get 10 coins, I believe, maybe 20 for bronze, and then 50 for an iron. And then gold, you get 500 coins and also sometimes an item. Now, as I previously mentioned, you haven't really got to worry about what's inside these chests. So early on in the game, when we do battles, we get AP, which is the blue stuff, and we get a little bit of money. We need to spend our AP on making sure that we upgrade our shields first of all, and then our swords second. Well, we start off with the swords. What I'd recommend is, if you go and pause on the screen there where I'd updated some of my stuff, pause on that screen and then try to replicate what I've done there. You do need to buy the first skill on the right hand side before you can actually upgrade the ones on the left, so do keep that in mind. But yeah, first of all, try and go on for your shields first of all, and then when you got a sufficient amount of shield, sort of XP defense, we're then going to go over onto upgrading our sort of attack. So what I would actually recommend for you guys to do to sort of keep you on track is, when I upgrade the skills tree, just pause the video on the skills tree itself so you can see what I'm upgrading and try to replicate what I'm doing, try to buy the same things. It might be a little bit different because I do cut the video here and there to maybe cut out some of the fight scenes that I've done that you may have avoided, or you actually might have more AP than me. It's nothing to worry about. Just spend them on what you see me spending them on, and if you do need a little bit more AP, just go and do a couple of fights. There's plenty of enemies around all the way from the beginning. Anyway, once you've just been through that little area there that you saw, we did need to kill all the little goblins. So kill the goblins in there, collect any keys that you're able to reach, and then head over to the left of the map. Collect the 2 keys that you just saw there and do the puzzle. Then head up here and take out this spider. Once you've killed Mr. Spider, we are going to push on. So as I mentioned, this area is just to the left of where we were. Head over here, collect the key that's in the corner, hidden behind this tree. and then follow it back around. We will start a little bit of a video where Wolf comes down. You can skip this or watch it. Please pause the video if you are watching it, and then you will get your next achievement, which is the Hey Puppy achievement, which is for Silver to join your Beast Quest. So just on that corner there, you should have got that achievement for Silver joining. Make your way over the sort of rocks on the left hand side there. You have to sort of shimmy along and make your way up to the top, collect the key, and take on the spider. Keep it in mind, guys, because I am speeding through these fight scenes, you may need to pause the video every now and again, and I would try to keep the video about a minute ahead of what you're actually doing. Come over here and climb on the rock and collect the key from on top, and then there is a chest over here to the left. If you have a key enough to open it, please do so. If you don't worry about it at all, and then make your way to the next fire just here. So yeah, don't forget to activate the fire, guys. You can actually walk past some of them, and it is important to try and activate each and every one, because again, this is your spawn point and also your fast travel point. Make your way up to the north, climb up that little rock wall and head over here to the right. There is a key just around the corner. I would recommend collecting that first before talking to the guy, but don't worry about it if you did it the other way around. Come and speak to the guy when you get a chance, and he will tell you about his little drawing that is lost. You can read all that if you want. Please pause the video if you do so. Come over to the right and you'll see a big glowing yellow tree. Well, the tree is normal colour, but it has a glow that is yellow. Chop down that tree and head over the branch. You can look at your quests over here. I would recommend selecting a new quest, which is to collect the 6 shiny stones. Again, we've already killed a couple of goblins in the last area, but this is for us to keep track of the goblins that we need to kill to get our sort of quest completed. So each time you kill a goblin, you might get a shiny stone, you might not. Again, it is random, it is luck, and a lot of this game is about luck and what you receive from your fights. As you can see at the top of the screen there, we can now keep track of it. We have 3 of 6 shiny stones. We did go open a chest there, guys. Again, we did pick an amulet up and we are equipping it on my game. If you couldn't open the chest, you didn't equip the amulet, don't worry, it's nothing major. It gives a very slight benefit, that's all. Come and collect the keys again on your radar. There's one just around that corner there. And then once we've collected that, we are going to head north and fight this spider. If you did want to open the chest that I walked past on the left there, feel free. Again, I'm going to keep after saying this. It doesn't really matter too much about the chest, okay? Head through here, kill the spider, collect the key. Once the spider's dead, we're going to just follow it around and we're going to chop down these trees and make our way to the next area. It is a little bit difficult to navigate these trees sometimes. What you have to do basically is walk over, follow the on-screen instructions, which is B to chop, or if you're playing on another console, it will be a different button. But yeah, just chop this first tree, make your way over to the second, do the same, and then walk across. If you fall into the water, what will happen is you will actually just spawn either at the side or back where you started in this sort of little area at the side of the water. However, if you only have a small bit of health and you fall into the water, you may die, so you will actually spawn way back at the spawn point, so keep that in mind. You can heal yourself at any point if you've got potions, even now by pressing left on the D-pad. Make your way through these logs, collect the next key there, and then break the next log. This game can be a little bit tedious, a little bit slow in parts. It is very sort of robotic. The sort of movement's not the best. Make your way to this fire that's just around the corner there. And once we've done that, we're going to head north. So head up the screen. So yeah, head north there. And you will actually fight your first beast, which is the blue dragon. Now, the blue dragon is probably one of the most difficult fights in the game. Not this one particularly, but the third. You have to fight each beast 3 times, starting with this one, which is the first of the 3. So with Furno, what I would recommend is just trying to attack him as quickly as possible, and don't forget to press your B button to block as he does his attacks on you. Hopefully you've got a few potions, so if you do take any damage, you can obviously heal yourself. Keeping in mind though, if you do die, the spawn point is literally just back there. Again, Make sure you're pressing B when he's about to attack. If your health goes below halfway, I would recommend healing yourself. Keeping in mind, guys, you also have 2 powers on the right side there, which is one to break his arm, his sort of defense, and the other is to make a power attack of your own. So don't forget to take advantage of those by pressing your right trigger and then pressing the responding button to make sure you use your power-ups. Once the dragon's dead, we're going to head north. There's this little painting here behind the tree. This is that collectible for that guy that we spoke to not long back. So please pick this up by pressing B on the, as it says on the screen there. And then we're actually going to teleport back. So use the map on the menu and go to this one, which is just one, in fact two back, should I say. So spawn 2 fires back, come over here and climb up this wall again. If you missed what I did, please pause it on the map and see which one I went to. Head up here and then click on this guy, and that will be one of his quests complete. We do have to do quite a few of these. As you can see, he's such an amazing artist. Brilliant painting he's done there. But yeah, cash in your quests. Quests are brilliant for AP and money. Not to begin with at the beginning of the game, but as they go along, they will be your main source of AP. Guys, please take a moment to go over and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell. Like, comment, share, etc. For us to continue to make great videos that help you get achievements, we will need your support. So don't be a subscribe and subscribe today. Anyway, once we've added in that mission, we're going to go to our map and we're going to fast travel to the furthest fire we've gotten to. So that's this one. And we're actually going to go back and try and get the last of these shiny stones from the goblins. So head to the left and head back down towards where those goblins were. I have sped up the video, so if you do need to catch up, please pause the video until you've done so. You need to kill a spider and head under this log and kill the other spider. Spiders are really easy to kill. So once you kill those 2 spiders, head into this area here, and then there's some goblins just here in front of us. We need to kill these and hopefully get our shiny stones. You can use your special if you have it. If not, just attack, and don't forget to block every time they attack you. And keep your health up by pressing left on your D-pad, trying to keep it above halfway if you can. So that time I got 6. I've got all 6 of the gems. I am going to fast travel to the very beginning because this is where I need to hand in my quest. If for any reason you still don't have 6, just fast travel to this area anyway, the wood, this little village here, and then fast travel to the furthest other fire, which is the one that we spawned at, and then go down through those logs again and kill the goblins until you do have 6 for 6. Then come and speak to this guy that you've just seen me do so on the screen, and that will hand over that quest, and you will get your AP for the quest. And then we're going to go and spawn at the furthest fire again, and then this will mean that we're at the next point of the game. So we're going to head up here and keep moving towards our missions. So this is where we fought the dragon. We're just going to keep going north of here. Keep heading north. You will come to a wall you'll need to climb. I sped up there. Collect the key and then head over to the left. Kill Mr. Spidey. Once he's dead, we're just going to keep going forward. So after Mr. Spidey's dead and you've collected your AP, let's head forward. So head forward. In fact, let's get down to our skills. Remember, guys, to pause on this screen as I do it so you can see what I'm doing. And now I'm starting to upgrade my attack strength, which is super important and one of the things that will make our life so much easier. So try and replicate what I did on that screen as much as you can, but keep it in mind we may be in different points. If you are a little bit behind, go and do some fights until you've caught up. Anyway, so once we've done that, we're going to come over this little area here and fight these bandits. Don't forget to use your powers, guys, again by pressing right trigger and then pressing the relevant button. There are chests there. If you can open them, by all means, please do so. If you can't, don't worry about it. Head over these stepping stones to the north and follow it around. I really have sped up the video a little bit there, guys, so you may need to pause the video till you caught up. We're going to head up here and take on the enemies in this area. To take on Mr. Spider here. Once we've taken this guy out, we're going to head over to the left and take on the next spider. There we go.
Spider insect creature.
There is a few chests in this area. If you want to collect them, by all means, please do so. We're going to head over the bridge here in the middle. And then we're going to follow it round to the right where there's another spider or two. So we're going to take this spider out. And get in a little bit more AP there. Head down a little bit and we're going to take on this little spider here, the last spider of the area. So yeah, once we're taking out this guy, this spider, and we collected our AP, we're just going to head up this way towards the top of the screen. And this is going to lead us into our second sort of village area where we're going to start our new quests. Just follow it through. I skipped a video there, so you may need to pause the video if it's necessary. There's a guy just over here next to this red chest, the bronze chest. You can see him on your mini map glowing yellow. Start the new quest with him. Then head over to this guy a little bit further up to the right and start his quest. Palom, his name is. Again, you can see him on your mini map as a yellow sort of glowing orb. Come around here and you can collect this key over here. And there's one just down here as well behind this sort of fence. It is hard to keep track of me around this area because it's sort of all over the shop. So what I would recommend doing is just having a look around on the mini map yourself and try and go around and open a couple of chests and find a couple of keys. The more important thing is probably the keys than the chest because, as I mentioned, there's so many of them throughout the game. So yeah, once we've done that, there is a bounty board over here. Do not open the bounty just yet. If you see the bounties, I would recommend not starting them as of yet because we are going to go through all them at once later in this video series. There is two other guys that you need to start 2 missions from. That guy and then this guy. Once we've started those missions, we're going to head up to the north and then we're going to follow it around to the west. You have to head north first because there's a big wall otherwise. But yeah, head north slightly, follow the path round to the left and then follow it all the way down here. Remember guys, if there was any keys around the area, please do collect them and open any chests if you like. It's not majorly important, but the keys are, so please try and collect the keys there in the town. As I mentioned, we're heading west now, so come into this area and we're going to go down to our quests and we're going to actually select the collect 12 wolf fur quest if you haven't already got that selected, and then we're going to start working towards that quest now by killing these wolves in this area. Every time we do one of these fights we are getting AP, so every now and again you will see me come and upgrade our skills. Once we've done a few of the shields, we are going to come and keep upgrading our attack a little bit more and more now. We don't need to go too crazy with our shield. We just needed a sort of good starting place. But now we've got a good shield, we're going to start upgrading our attack a little bit more. Okay guys, so anyway, once we've been messing around here for a little while, we're going to come over and chop this tree down. Once we chop the tree down, we're just going to head across the little river area, the little riverbed. Come across here and take on these sort of next set of wolves. I've just realised my YouTube channel link at the top there is covering up some of the information. You can just about see it. It's 4 of 12 furs. Keep it in mind we need to get 12 furs from killing wolves. We're going to kill those wolves and cross over this bridge and collect the key there that's just on the end of the log. And then we're going to come up here and kill this next wolf. Feel free to open the chest if you can. Then head down here and follow it around to the west. On this little log, collect this key. When it lets you 10 years later. And take on the wolf and climb the big wall. Again, keep it in mind guys, I am speeding up the video from time to time, so you may need to sort of pause the video to catch up. When we're at the top over there, we're going to jump over and collect these 2 keys, well 1 key, do the puzzle, climb up to the top and get the others. Again, I do show the entire puzzle, so if you do struggle on that for any reason, just watch the video in that area and copy exactly what I do. Coming over these little jumping things. Coming over. Please open the chest if you're able to. And then we're going to start fighting these golems. Or golems. Or whatever you want to call them. These are probably some of the toughest enemies in the game. There's quite a lot of these throughout. They have different difficulties. Some are easy. Some are not. Just try your best. Don't forget to use your right trigger attacks and stuff to try and weaken the enemy. We're just going to knock him down a peg or two. And then we're just going to move on after we finish this fight. So yeah, once he's dead, just keep following the tunnel round to the west. And we'll make it to our next fire. Don't forget to walk over to it to activate it. Again, that is your save point. And also your spawn point if you die. And also a fast travel point. So do keep that in mind. We're about to fight the boss for the second time again, just here. Again, he can be a little bit tricky, but we have literally just walked for a save point, so if you do die, there's nothing really lost. We'll be spawning right where we were. Don't forget to use your magic powers, and make sure you block by using B. Now you can dodge his fire attacks by pressing LB and RB. That allows you to move left and right and avoid some of these fire attacks, which can be quite useful. But he is quite difficult to predict, and again, he is at this sort of stage in the game probably one of the hardest enemies in the game, just because of progression. The more you progress in the game, the easier the bad guys become, and eventually you'll be way OP, and even the bosses are so easy. Anyway, so just move left and right by pressing LB and RB and build up your attack. If you do have your special, which is your left trigger and right trigger at the same time, feel free to use that. And don't forget to use your right trigger attack. Keeping in mind that the yellow bar is what you need to use both your special and your abilities. Again, don't forget to press B every now and again to make sure that you block his attacks. Pretty straightforward. Hopefully none of you struggle too much on this boss here. It does get a little bit harder in the next one. I'd say, in fact, the next time we fight him, I would actually say he is the hardest enemy in the entire game. It's a bit strange thinking that since he's right at the beginning, but because we're going to be so OP later on in the game, the other bosses don't really stand much of a chance against us. Not in my opinion, anyway. Anyway, so yeah, once we defeated him, follow it around again, keep going to the west. There's a couple more enemies, a green dragon over here. Once this green dragon's dead, we're going to carry on making our way to the west. Through these tunnels and stuff. There's a key on this little bridge. You can't really miss it, but just in case, do pick that up. Again, another little green dragon, or drake as they're called. Green drake. Kill the green drake, collect your AP and rewards, and then follow the path around, which then starts to head north. Again, another green drake here. Take him on. Keeping in mind, guys, I am cutting some of the video out and also speeding other parts up. So do pause it if you need to. The video, that is. Open the chest here and then follow the path to the west. Climbing up this large wall. Once we're to the top, keep following the path to the west and we'll come across some red drakes. These are fire drakes. We don't really need to worry about the colour of them at this point, but later in the game we will have magical powers and we will use those powers to take on individual enemies, which means we can do more damage to specific types. Anyway, come over here, open the chest if you're able to, again, not to worry if you can't. Then head north, kill this little red drake. Once the red drake's dead, we're going to carry on going north. Careful on these stepping stones. Again, the mechanics on this game are pretty shocking. So if you fall every now and again, it should be absolutely fine. It will spawn you a bit further back. But keep in mind, you want your health to be enough to be able to respawn in this area, rather than having to spawn all the way back at the spawn point. Now, I think that is our 10th bronze chest. So we get an achievement here. Again, if you didn't get an achievement there for your 10 bronze chests, don't worry about it, or you might have already had it as well previously. All you'll need to keep doing is open chests throughout the game, and you will get all of your bronze, iron, and gold chest achievements. Again, if you didn't get it there, don't worry about it. You will definitely get it throughout this game. Okay, so we now made it to another sort of spawn camp. We're going to keep heading to the west, over to these birds over here. So just come over here, you can kill these birds. Pretty easy birds are. Just make sure you're pressing B as one flies above your head. That way you should defend against its attack. There's only a few enemies that you really need to worry about that can sort of go through your defense, which are golems, spiders, and drakes. Everything else, I believe, you can actually completely defend against with just your shield. But everything else, they can sort of damage you through your shield when they glow red and attack you. But as long as you're keeping track of your potions, you should be absolutely fine. Don't worry too much about it. Now, at this point, I do jump across here. You don't have to if you don't want to. I do it to get one of the equipments that you can equip to your character. But again, you don't really need to, because we'll be opening plenty of chests throughout the game. So if you don't have any keys, or you don't really, or you're struggling to get across that jump that I made there, don't worry about it. You don't have to come across here. I do get the gold pendant and I do equip it. It just allows me to get a little bit more gold. Do I equip it actually? Or do I keep the amulet? Yeah, I do equip it. So the gold pendant just allows me to earn a little bit more gold between from when I fight, so the rewards from the fight. But again, if you didn't get that, don't worry about it. If you've got it and you want to equip it, that's absolutely fine as well. Make your way across here and make your way up this wall. Okay, when you've got to the top of the wall, we will have a couple of drakes to take on, green drakes. So please take on the green drakes and kill them. If you want to open the chest, if you're able to do so, please feel free. And then make your way around and take on this bird just over here. Bird's pretty easy. Remember again, guys, I know I'm going to keep saying this. You're probably going to hate me for saying it. But I am a bit ahead of you, so please do pause it if you need to. Come around here and open the chest if you can, and then make your way around and climb up this next wall. We're gonna fight three fire drakes, and we should have got some health potions and some stuff there. And then, if you want to open that chest, please do. Then make your way over to the east and then down to the south, and we will make our way to our final fire of this area. Head down to the south, collect the key there, and follow the sort of narrow path around. There's a chest and a couple of keys around here. If you want to open those, please do so. They all count towards your 10. If you don't want to open bronze chests or collect bronze keys anymore, by the way, you don't have to. Again, it just gives you a little bit of extra money if you manage to open those. But since we've already got the bronze achievement, well, I have, we don't really need to go for them anymore if we don't want to. But if you do want to keep opening them, again, it's a little bit of extra cash. Collect those chests if you can. Collect these keys here. And then before we go up this wall, we're going to pause the game. We're going to come down to our skills and we're going to spend our AP on our defense and our attack. So I'm going to put it on my defense there. So hopefully you're roughly about the same as me there. I wouldn't worry too much if you're a little bit behind or a little bit ahead. It's nothing to really worry about. But then we're going to fast travel back to the village. And when we're in the village, we're going to have a quick look around. There's a guy over to the right of where we spawn, wearing this red jacket over here. Come and speak to him by pressing B on him. And then this will allow you to upgrade some of your stuff. We want to actually upgrade the health potion capacity. And if you've got enough money, I don't upgrade the health potion upgrade as well. But the main important one is the health potion capacity. Now, if you have been to the shop and spent some of your money when I haven't told you to, don't worry about it too much. It just makes it easier to fight the boss, that's all. If you don't have full capacity of potions at the moment, spawn over by the bandits, which is the second fire, and take on some of these guys until you have 4 or 5 potions. I would recommend a minimum of 4. Again, you can't get 4 unless you upgraded your capacity. But yeah, once we have 4 or 5, I would recommend 5, but it's not really too important. You're going to spawn right at the end of our fire lines, right at the end of our spawns, right back where we were. I'm going to follow this round again. So yeah, follow it around this way, back round. Just to let you know, the reason why we've just upgraded our defense and also made sure we've got enough potions is we're coming up to the boss, the third part of the Blue Dragon. This is the hardest battle, in my opinion, of the entire game. It's not super hard, but it is a little bit annoying. I haven't died yet on it, however, the 2 times I have actually played it, I come close on both. So you just make your way up this wall, all the way to the top, and then you will be on the boss battle. Keep in mind you can move left and right to avoid fire attacks by pressing LB and RB. If you've got your special charged up, I would recommend using that. You might want to use the break shield skill first and knock him down a peg or 2, then use this, it'll do a little bit more damage. And then you're basically just going to attack him and try to keep your health above halfway. Don't forget to use your break in spell and also your, in fact don't use your flame sword, because he's fire it won't really do much damage. So basically you just want to be using your break shield attack skill every now and again just to weaken him, and then also just keep attacking him. Keeping in mind, fire you can't defend against with your shield, but his tail whack and his wing whack attacks you can defend against. So make sure you're holding B when he attacks you with those. And again, try and keep your health above half if you can. If it's just above half, don't worry about your potion using it too soon. Wait till it goes below halfway. And just keep attacking and attacking and attacking. As you can see here, I am running out of potions. It is very tricky, this first fight. But just keep persevering. Remembering to use your shield where you can. Keep attacking. And once your special is charged, again, use your break shield and then use your actual attack. Use the companion's attack. This does the most damage out of all your attacks. And again, keep in mind guys that this is the hardest fight in the actual entire game, because we're playing it hard. And just keep chipping away. I have run out of potions, which was way too soon. I think I could have done with trying to hold out a little bit longer. But luckily, I do manage to get it first turn, because I am blocking when necessary, when it's necessary. And yeah, just keep attacking. Hopefully it's not as close for you as it was for me. Don't forget to use your break shield skill by pressing right trigger. And eventually, when he has about 1/10 of his health left, he will then start to try and attack you. You will need to press the buttons that are prompted on the screen as quickly as you can. If you press the wrong button, it will drop you down and you will need to attack him a little bit again. Not fully, but a little bit. And then you'll have to do the prompt screens again. So eventually you will go through, in fact there's still a little bit more. I thought that was it then. There's still a little bit more. So your character drops the key and then your companion shoots the key back up at you. You do need to press a prompt button here to get ready. That way you will catch the key. Once you caught the key, it will then go round and prompt you again. And then that is the final action that you will need to take on that part. Eventually your character will, the animation will happen and you will get your first achievement, not your first achievement, your first beast achievement, which is to harp the dragon. And you will also get a scale which will improve one of your abilities. And you can also now summon the dragon to help you in battle. So a few cool things there to help you. Yeah, the things now allows you to walk through fire. That scale that you put in shield allows you to walk through that fire, which leads to the next area. So guys, that is it for this video. That is part 1 of our Beast Quest playthrough achievement guide, full 1000 for 1000. Please take a moment to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, guys. We do put a lot of effort into these videos, But yeah, if you can subscribe, that'd be fantastic, and we hope to see you very soon, guys. See you in part 2. Thank you very much for watching.
Boss Fight Gaming. You lose. Game over.